Hey, this is Kat from Red Mountain Shaman, and I share shamanic wisdom through dreams, visions, nature, synchronicities, intuition, channeling, art, music, photography, and shamanic journeys. Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to start off the video with a dream that I had this week, and it was really short and simple. It was just I dreamed that somebody came up in a van, and this woman came out of the van and she had a blanket, and she put the blanket down on the sidewalk next to my house, and then she drove away. And then a homeless person came up and was sitting on the blanket, and then I decided to go out and get the blanket, but the person was wrapped in the blanket and the head was covered and everything. It almost looked like a dead body. So I was thinking about this symbolism, and I thought, well, maybe that is a metaphor for the death of something. And I thought, well, maybe it's, since it was a homeless person, maybe it's the death of homelessness or the death of poverty. So I wanted to ask in today's channeled message about that. And then in somebody's session this week, we had the plum spirit come in. This was a plant spirit that came in, and the person got her own meaning from it, but then I zoomed out and I felt like I also got a collective meaning. And there's my kitty. The meaning that I got for the collective is perseverance, hope, and thriving in adverse circumstances, transition, and the promise of fruitfulness. So it feels like there is going to be more adverse circumstances coming, but that we can also be promised that we will have fruitfulness after this period of adversity, and we can thrive during it too if we're in that vibration of thriving and we're on that timeline. The next thing I wanted to talk about was a little bit about the hurricane. And I remembered that in a past video, we were told that our tax dollars are actually being used against us. And I feel like the hurricane, there's like a spotlight on that right now with the hurricane, because FEMA's coming out and saying, oh, we don't have any more money for the rest of the hurricane season. And these people were only given $750. So I feel like that's just a big spotlight on the misappropriation of our funds, and that billions and billions of dollars have gone to other countries, war, and people who are not citizens of this country. So a lot of people are getting very upset about that, and I think it's waking some people up. And also, I would ask that you all, send some love and light to that area. Let's see. I'm just looking at my notes here. Okay, so like in the last video, we were in the channeled message, they talked about paying attention to those who have the sign of the lion. And one thing that I learned this week is that Iran used to have a flag with a lion and a sun on it before it was hijacked by the current regime. So in past videos, I have talked about how I believe that Yeshua might be an earlier incarnation of with Zoroaster. And I also learned that the Zoroastrian religion was actually a very positive religion with a lot of truth in it, and it was kind of wiped out or started dying out due to the suppression of their religion by the religion that I mentioned that was under the sign of the crescent moon. So I believe that I've had a past life in Persia, and that maybe I was a Zoroastrian during that time. And I just love that culture. I love their music too. And I even, before I knew that I had a past life there, I used a poetic quote on my wedding invitations from the Persian poet Omar. And I think his last name is pronounced Karim. I'm not quite sure. But you can look up this Persian poet. If you just look up the word Omar, his first name, I'm sure you'll find him. But he really wrote some beautiful things. And that culture is so ancient and so full of amazing art and poetry and culture if you really look into it. So I really hope that that culture is restored to their original beauty and culture and creativity that they once had. And I do feel that this whole region of the Middle East will eventually come into peace and balance from what I'm feeling, but it's just going to be a process. Okay, so I wanted to go back to this kangaroo spirit animal. So when I saw this spirit animal, I felt like really directed to the kangaroo pouch area. And then what I felt was coming through for the collective from the spirit animal was solace and guidance in times of need, and to face adversity with a sense of security, that we have the protection of angels with us when we call that in. So, and I also felt like the kangaroo pouch had a symbolism of protecting the innocent. And I feel that that's going to come forward more too in the near future. And we're going to be protecting these children. So when I reached out to see who wanted to expound upon all of this, Kuan Yin came through today. And this is what she said. I welcome you all within the light of the Creator, for a new time of creation is indeed arising. All that is lost will be restored. Many of you are here to assist in ushering in a new timeline and a new earth. Be still and know that all is being revealed and removed at this time that is not serving you. The fallen ones have indeed made their move in order to create tragedy and suffering, but know that this only comes back to them in the form of a spotlight on their darkness. There are many layers of happenings at this time within different dimensions, for as you have been told, this is a multi-dimensional event. This is a galactic event. No more shall Earth be utilized as a feeding ground for dark energies. The explosion you heard was indeed interdimensional, and as I would also say, this includes above and below the earth, or within and without the earth. As above, so below. Many beings of love and light are assisting at this momentous time in your planet's history. It is time for humanity to decide which way they will go. Will you move into sovereignty, or will you continue down the path of being controlled? It is your choice, dear friends. Those who choose freedom will indeed achieve it, for nothing can stop the light that is flowing in through the central sun at this time. The battle is raging, but the light is ahead. Be in a mindset of peace as you ground yourself and set your intentions daily for protection and guidance. As you call in your angels and guides, you will indeed have their help and feel their presence if you are open to it. We of the Ascended Realms are also with you at this time, and many of us are assisting with the current ascension process, including our beloved Yeshua, as the holy bloodlines are intact and bringing in frequencies of healing as we neutralize any distorted frequencies. Hold tight and keep faith and hope within your heart. An ending is at hand. An end to the exploitation of the innocent ones. An end to the exploitation of God's people. An end to the pillaging of Mother Earth. An end to poverty and homelessness. An end to deception. An end to poisoning of food. An end to suppression of beneficial technology and medical treatments, an end to pollution, an end to artificial paradigms that are not in harmony with the natural creation of the Most High, an end to monetary systems that are rigged to pull humanity into further debt, an end to predatory religions, an end to all corrupted institutions who are against you, even as they disguise themselves as for the people. The people will rise and see a new dawn, should they find the strength and courage within to unite and come together in love and service to each other. Once a person is able to see through these long-held deceptions, they can begin to unhook the claws of the destroyers. This is a process, and as you move through the process of transformation, you will begin to see the light once again. Stay with us, dear friends. Call on us for protection, healing, and guidance as you move through the waves of energy and coming events that will shake humanity to the core. And remember that through the shaking comes awakening. Look to the light at the end of the tunnel as you move through the birth canal. A new world is about to come forth, and you have it within you to withstand the birthing pains. You have come so far, and you are oh so close. Patience, perseverance, fearlessness, courage, and love, my friends. This will help you withstand the shaking and revealing of all that is no longer a match to the Earth's rising frequencies. Think on what you will contribute and how you want the new Earth to look as the time draws near when the impossible becomes possible. And so it is. I am Kuan Yin, also known as Mother Mary, and I leave you these words of encouragement and truth of my own free will. So be it. Thank you, Kuan Yin. So I asked her to draw a card for us today, and she chose the Rumi deck. And he was also a Persian poet of what we were just talking about. And the card is called Resplendent with Grace. My soul brightens in the darkness when I speak your name. You may wonder if you can attain the next stage of growth. You are already well equipped to do so. So no matter what you might believe about the situation, circumstances, others involved, or even yourself, your soul possesses more than enough grace to see you through anything you are bold enough to envision and any vision that life has bestowed upon you. Thank you for being here today, and if you would like to book your own session, have a channeled message, energy work, readings, oracle cards, and more, please go to redmountainshaman.com to learn more. Have a great week. Take care.